I'm Nancy Quinn. Thanks for joining me again today on High Noon Tea. This is a wonderful opportunity for me, and I am really enjoying answering your questions, as well as sharing some of my favorite teas with you. And today I happen to be drinking green tea, and I mix a little honey in it just to sweeten it some, and it's really enjoyable. And from everything I've read, it's good for you too. So let's get to our first question. I'm kind of excited about this one because it's from Joe in Australia. Hi, Joe. It's my very first question from the land down under. Now, Joe wants to know, what kind of music does your hubby listen to when he's in that nice warm tractor? And I know what she's referring to because in episode 16, I believe, Are You Smarter Than a Snowstorm? We talk about how we handle the really severe weather, and I actually show the tractor and my husband moving, several feet of snow. We really got pounded that time. So I also mentioned that he has a CD player and a radio, and that really does make his job a whole lot easier. We actually looked at different kinds of tractors, and the first one didn't have an enclosed cab. And it was a really good price, and we were seriously thinking about it. But once we realized that when he's out there for hours on end, we didn't want to risk frostbite on his nose or the tip of his ears, so we got an enclosed cab. And it did come with a whole lot of extra little nice things in it. So when he's out there, he likes to either listen to talk radio or probably some kind of country music, and that does help pass the time a little bit. But sometimes he tells me that he doesn't like to listen to anything because it's distracting, and plowing is, at least out here, it's pretty serious business because the road twists and turns, and we do have some drop-offs, and so he just has to stay really focused. But thanks, Joe. And my next question here is from James, and he's in Washington State, and he asks, living on a mountain, do you have problems with your power going out? You would think so. You would think that somehow we'd have more problems living up here. But to be honest, we don't. We've been pretty lucky, and the power doesn't go out very often. Sometimes if it does, we go ahead and reach for our candles or our flashlights. Actually, the thing that we have the most problem with is our internet. It's very sketchy up here, and that seems to be the thing that tends to go out more often. Not really so much with the power. Who knew? And my last question for today is from Kevin, and he's all the way in the UK. He wants to know, Nancy, what is your favorite place to vacation? Do you like a warm place or a cold one? Thank you, Princess Montana. Well, you knew I would have to answer that one with such a lovely name, Princess Montana. Thank you very much, Sir Kevin. That was very kind. Honestly, when I first read that, I thought, what is a vacation? Because we don't get too many of those. If I do get to have one, I probably would prefer to go somewhere warm. I used to live in Florida, and I really love to walk on the beach and collect shells. And I think that's probably one of the things I miss the most about being on the mountain is the ocean and being able to walk along the water's edge. So I would probably say I'd want to go somewhere warm. And the reason that we don't go away too often is because most of you know Whiskey and Wilson are horses. And when you have animals like that that need really specialized type of care every day, it is hard to get away. But it's a trade-off. And so there may be a time when we can have someone come in and look after them for us. And then I'll be hitting the beach. So I appreciate all of your questions, and thank you for sending them in. You can write them below in the comments, or you can send them to me through Facebook or on my website, which is quinnwildlifeart.com. And I hope you try the tea and subscribe to the channel. And remember the little bell, if you click on that one, every time we have a new episode, it will be sent directly to your mailbox. So that's kind of nice. You don't have to search for it in other places that I post. I really appreciate our time together, and I'm really, too, beginning to enjoy these High Noon Tea segments. So thank you, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.